Hey, welcome to How Do I Know You with your host Mark and Dwayne.
Wait, I can't do that shit for the podcast. Whatever, man. Y'all like it anyway.
Y'all like when I point at you.
What up?
And
That's my signature line. What up?
So I'll make a shirt. And today's topic is...
Today's topic is something that I feel like me and Mark have done since we were fucking, in middle school?
Yeah.
Probably fucking... but now it's seen so many different iterations, which makes it fucking hilarious. But we're going to talk about single life versus committed life. And all the shit in between. All that.
And there's so much shit in between.
Because people think, like, one's better than the other, or one's... It's
I
all...
wish I was single. I could just go out and do whatever I want.
I wish I had someone to come home to, and blah, blah, blah.
Aww.
It all has its faults. It all has its pros.
Sides, yeah. Pros and cons.
Pros and cons to all of it. But something I want to just get into real quick, or whatever. Which that sounds awful, but rest in peace to John Singleton. Rest in peace to John Singleton.
For those of you who don't know, Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy, Four Brothers, Too Fast, Too Furious. What else? A lot of shit. All right.
Too Fast, Too Furious the...
He had to have something to do with that line. Okay, guys.
Let me get this white boy to do.
Real quick, to all the fucking HDIKY fans out there, there was a part in Too Fast, Too Furious that is so cringeworthy that I hated it. And I told Mark, I told our other boy Jay about it, and we actually found a part to it, right? There's a part in Too Fast, Too Furious where I think Tyrese is standing next to Paul Walker, and they're on, like, a boat or a yacht or something. And then Tyrese says something about, like, hey, we need to handle that, or something or something about, like, man, what the fuck, or whatever. And Paul Walker, like, the camera zooms into Paul Walker.
Just him, his face.
Just his face. And he goes, nah, cuh.
Oh, it sounds so
bad. Like, as a nigga from Long Beach and everything, and dudes, I've been around Crips my whole life. Like, and most of us fucking, without even knowing what the fuck we were saying that shit just because that was the lingo when we were growing up and shit, right? Like, it was so cringeworthy.
It's like if me or you were trying to use some kind of slang from, I don't know, New Zealand or something.
Yeah,
and it would just sound like, because we wouldn't have the confidence, we don't know if we're using the right context. And it would just sound with, like, just no confidence in it.
I don't even know. It's like us calling each other blokes or something.
Yeah, I'd be like,
bloke, whatever. Fucking, I don't know, man. Like, but it's terrible. Like,
if you have time, look it up.
Please go find that. Go find that clip, and if you find that clip, tell us how it makes you feel. It'll make you feel like it makes me feel literally. Wow, literally makes me literally feel like I can never watch. I haven't watched that movie since. Like, I just can't watch it because when I get to that part, I get instantly angry, and I'm like, whatever, man. And, like, there's been 8 million fucking Fast and Furious, but that's the one I'm like, nah, can't do it.
It's all about Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, it's 1 Tokyo Drift, 4 and the rest or whatever, but not Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh, no. Not gonna do that. But, yeah, John Singleton is responsible for that. So, rest in peace to John Singleton.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about him.
Yeah, rest in peace to John Singleton, man. But moral of the story is, great writer, director.
First African American be nominated for an Oscar, I think, or at least like a directing Oscar.
I'm not too sure, but I know it's either.
I think I read that somewhere.
It's either he was the first or the youngest, because he got nominated at 24 for Boys in the Hood.
Damn.
Which is, I mean, shit.
Damn, he directed that at 24 years old.
24.
Damn.
I think he wrote that too. I think he wrote and directed that.
I think. Yeah, you're probably right. I was thinking maybe Ice Cube wrote a little bit of it, but
nah, he just had Ice Cube in mind for that part and everything. But rest in peace, John Singleton. So let's where do we kick this off? Where do we want to go with this shit? You want to start it off, or you want me to take it somewhere? Because I can take it somewhere. I can take it somewhere.
I see that look in your eyes, and I'm gonna take it actually.
I'm taking somewhere.
Nah, go ahead and take it. You want to take it? I will follow.
All right, so 2019. What do you think is more enjoyable, being single or being in a committed relationship?
I would say being single is more enjoyable just because of all the stuff that has access to it, like Tinder and whatever, Bumble, Grindr. There it is. Yeah,
We are an all-inclusive podcast here. Grindr.
Whatever other ones you could have, like all those are made for single people, and you could just go out and like have as many. You could have multiple dates in one day.
Make a real nigga dating app, which is all like, but it's not like don't be racist and be like, oh, only black people. Nah, don't be racist.
I'm sure there's one though.
I know someone's like, but it's only for black. Oh, right before I said they were just like only for black. Oh shit,
not just real ones.
Nah, just you gotta be a real one. You gotta be a real one. And just imagine like the bios and that shit. Just imagine them. Just they'll be like
everyone's short or average size.
Fucking, I don't even know, man. Just some wild shit. Yeah. I smoked 2 blunts, didn't pass out. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 baby mamas. Pay both of them child support. You know, I'm a real nigga.
Still got money left over.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never snitched on nobody. And there's like a whole bunch of likes next to his picture. Ooh, girl, he never snitched. Oh my god.
So with all that kind of stuff, you pretty much.
I'm a bad bitch. You already know the girls want to be. Pay for my own car.
Oh, I don't need no man to support me.
Need no man to support me. And I make tacos. What?
Damn, that taco part got me.
I'm sold. Swipe.
So with that, you could go out to I don't know, just all the other regular single shit. You go out to bars. You could talk to whoever you want. You got to worry about like the person you got at home or whatever.
Ooh.
What else? What else do single people do?
What else I do?
I do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not responsible for anybody.
Niggas,
so.
bitches, fuck niggas' wives.
It's within my rights as a single.
Hey, fans, like eventually one day we'll get to the point where we'll have like live podcasts and like there'll be meet and greets and shit, right? If Mark is still single at that point, all men who are watching this or whatever, do not bring your wife around Mark.
Why?
Do that
I'm not going to do that. What am I going to do?
Don't do that shit, all right? Just don't do it. Like, because Mark doesn't have, like, the natural, like, take your bitch qualities. It's not like a nigga who's, like, 6'4" and, like...
I could be 6'4", they can't tell.
Mark is not 6'4".
I'm not on the real 1 app.
No, it's funny because I sit like this. They don't realize I'm taller than you. Like, significantly. Like, I'm taller than them. Like, but I sit like this. So I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, okay, they're the same height. Or he doesn't
steal your bitch quality.
you know.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like he's not 6'4". He doesn't fucking. He's not an athlete. He doesn't fucking. I don't know. He doesn't do a lot of stupid. Well,
the ones that you do, like I'm not one like you look at me and like I'm not gonna be threatened by that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't talk a lot of shit. Like doesn't. He's not. He's just not. All right, he's not. He's very unassuming. That's where you lose, because you think he's not gonna fuck your girl. Trust me, he's fucking your girl, all right? In a lineup of like 20 niggas, they'll be like, who's gonna fuck my girl? Mark will be picked last out of all fucking lineups, and he'd be the one that's fucking your girl. Like, that's the wild part about this shit. I laugh every time. Like, niggas get look at me like I'm a threat, and I'm like, I'm not gonna touch your girl. But he's fine. Like, he's fine. There's a ooh. I was gonna say some shit that's gonna get everybody in trouble.
Here's the thing. I don't fucking intentionally do it. That's the thing.
Ooh, I was gonna say some shit that's gonna get you in trouble.
I just talk. That's it.
Yeah, like,
I talk without any intention, and
this nigga,
I don't make the first move.
This nigga be having girls feeling all comfortable and vulnerable and shit. Like, I mean, like, why are you with him? Just why? Like, you can
I never say that. That's the thing too. I never talk shit about whoever they're seeing.
I'm building a narrative. You dirty.
Yeah, I know.
The dirty Mac champion. This nigga just be like, I mean, you can just do so much better, girl. You know what I'm saying?
I don't do that. That's
if you knew better,
that's always been key to me. That like I don't do that.
Couldn't even finish that shit.
I know.
If you knew better, you'll do better. I fucking can't get it out.
Because you know it's not true. It's not.
I know. If you knew better, you'll do better, baby. There you go. Got it out.
I think that does appeal to people in relationships when they see somebody single and they're just doing what they want and like somewhat confidently, and actually working towards what they're talking about,
Right.
that does appeal to someone that's like in a relationship, but it's like in a rut kind of.
Okay.
So I could see why people are like some people in relationships are like, oh man, being single would be so much better.
So you enjoy the freedom aspect of being single.
Yeah.
And you can basically come and go as you please.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
See what
See what I did there? See what I did there?
See what you did there. Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but being in a relationship, it does take a lot of your time.
Yeah.
You have to coordinate your schedule with this person, and
Yeah.
you can't do certain things. Like if I was just like, we're gonna go right now to Vegas and blah blah blah, you can't go.
Yeah, no.
Unless, yeah, exactly, right. Like I don't gotta ask nobody.
No. But see, the thing about that is, it's like a yes and no thing when it comes to being in a relationship, because it's like, you saying Vegas. Actually, I don't know. My girl will probably let me go.
All right, let's pick. That was an example. Like, think about just like, let's
Fun
go.
fact,
I got tickets to Australia, man, or I got tickets to Italy. Let's go.
Fun fact, I am banned from like half of Vegas.
Yeah, the first time you ever went.
My one and only time I went, I am banned from half of Vegas. Like, I'm banned from half the strip. That's another podcast. That's a question for that you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck did you? Yeah. Again, I am the nicest person in this
Person that
group.
doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't gamble. He got banned.
I'm banned though. So that's a question that you guys are gonna ask me. I'm not gonna answer. Fucking feds. But wait, would you say?
Until we have like a huge sponsor that.
Yeah. What happened?
Brought to you by.
This podcast keeps like building and popping. I can get back into Vegas.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna be like, nah. Nah.
You had your chance with me.
You had your chance. Just imagine like fucking Caesar's Palace is like, hey, would you guys do a live podcast here or whatever? And I'm like, well, you banned me. I can't. Sorry.
And your security gonna be up on me.
Shit, but you get Mark. He's gonna take everybody, bitch, in there.
It made me sound so bad.
It's Mr. Steal Girl. And it's Mark.
But what were we talking about?
You fucking said something.
I forgot what I said.
Well, I was talking about just being. You said Italy, right?
Oh yeah. I'm just talking about like just at the snap of your fingers. Like we could just go. Like I got the tickets ready. We just go. Let's do this. You would have to check with your girl, and then you would have like a time limit of how long you could be gone if she does let you go.
See, the thing about my girl, she's gonna let me go. It's not even about checking. My girl would just be like, I want to go. That's my girl. Like, it's no part of like why. She'll be like, wait, I want to go. What the hell? Like, come on, man. Like, there's been moments where I've just joked and I'd be like, oh, me and the homies about to go to the club tonight. She'll be like, I want to come. And I'm like, I'm not going to no fucking club tonight. What are you talking about? Like, why do God? You just ruin the jokes. You ruin them. Like,
With your positivity.
all right, don't do that. But. Yeah, she's a very like even she did that. She was like, it was random. It was like one day she was like, oh, I want to go to Connecticut to visit my friend there and everything, and I was like, okay. Like I don't think a lot of dudes would have been comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Like
I was comfortable with that when it happened to me. When I wasn't really
right.
Yeah.
I'm saying like I don't think a lot of dudes would be like, wait.
Yeah.
So you gon'
How long was she gone though?
I think I want to say a week.
So if it was any longer, let's say it was a month, would you feel a certain type of way?
For a month? Probably. Yeah, because I'm like, because that's something different. That's like, because then that's basically us not being us for a month. So that's like, if it was like some sort of business or whatever, I'm like, all right, I can
For work?
Yeah, I can.
It's different?
Yeah, I can let that
So
go.
if it's just for fun, like a week is like max, where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like she wouldn't be comfortable with like anything longer than a week too. I'm saying a week, but I feel like it was probably like, see, that's how much I miss my girl. So I'm
It
getting
felt
points.
so long.
I felt so alone. I was like,
I just went to the bathroom.
I think it was like fucking 3 days or some shit like that. It might have been 3 days. She gonna laugh. She gonna be like, it was 2 days. But I was like,
you love me.
I miss you.
No,
I was getting all these bitches while she was going. I was like, hey.
I'm so sad.
Oh my god, she grinding on me. I miss my girl. That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
If you want the proof, sponsor us.
We get paid. Didn't happen. Told you what.
Till we get paid. Didn't.
Stole that money.
But then that's another issue too, like about single then committed. Like with you, if it's longer than a week, you would have to be like for a job or something. And even then, there's like a time limit on there, right?
Right, unless it's like fucking life-changing money. Then
Right, because then you just move, you just go, and like whatever.
Right.
But with me, I could just go. I could be gone for a year, and it'd be like people would be maybe upset. Like you probably be upset if I just like bounced, like and I was just gone for a year.
No, wouldn't give two fucks.
He would cry a little bit. He'd miss me a little bit.
I mean, y'all
he acts
would.
all tough.
There wouldn't be a podcast, but I'm like, whatever.
Oh,
more time for me.
Sensitive Dwayne.
More time for me.
This is the Dwayne podcast. Fuck the whoever guy sit next to me.
Fucking y'all gonna get a weekly dose of Dodge reviews. Better be ready for that shit. And I'm like, show me to talk about. Yeah,
so I see the appeal. I see the appeal of being single. It's not why I do it.
See,
but
the flip side to me of why I think being committed is like it's better than being single is I feel like when you're single, you have to play all these fucking positions in like people's lives and thank you. Play all these positions in people's lives and play like these different roles and shit like that. And it's something to where when you find someone that you love and they love you and you're comfortable, it's like you can just be yourself all the time. Like, my girl would say I'm a very like literal person, right? So if I say some shit or whatever, and if I'm really mad and I say some shit, I want to do it. All right. Only thing that's gonna stop me is probably like the person's not around or some shit like that, right? Or on the flip side, if I'm like really like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this, I'm probably gonna buy it. Like I'm not a person who's gonna be like, damn, I would buy it. I'm like, nope, if I got the money, I'm probably gonna buy it or whatever, right? So, like, she knows that for me. She knows how to deal with that with me, right? But on the flip side, like, I don't want to be talking to a girl and whatever. I seem like it's cool, and she do one thing, and I'm like, I don't fuck with that. And then she's like, oh, okay, my bad. And then does it again. See, I can't, because then I feel like there's no respect there. It's just like, yeah, you don't care about me. Why the fuck am I here then? You know what I mean? Like, and there's a whole bunch of things where I say you have to play like roles and shit in different positions. I feel like back in the day, at least when we were all single.
Fun fact: there was never a point in time where all three of us were single at a time.
Nope.
The one time.
Nope, wasn't. But I feel like there was like when you met a girl, let's say at the club or no, fuck that,
wherever.
Because I didn't start going to the clubs until I was fucking before I got my girl.
Where we go, like the pool hall or round.
Yeah, okay, that's
bowling. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So when we went to go play pool or some shit like that, right? You'd meet a girl there or whatever, and so if I was like really like active and wild and like joking with these niggas and everything like that, and I knew a girl was feeling me, I also know that I have to be that for a while, even though that's like not me every day. It's like me in the moment because I'm with my guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and I feel like that happens still to this day. Like there are people who, you know, there are girls who obviously they get, you know, all nice and dressed up, which we appreciate. When you guys go out to dance, go to clubs, go to bars and shit like that. But that's not your everyday steez. That is not at all, right? But dudes will look at you and be like, she's amazing. And now this girl has to put on this like type of outfit every time she sees this dude, this person, whatever, just because now there's an interest in this type of whatever. And I see it. It's hilarious. 'Cause I see a lot of girls when I know that here's the thing that you girls and guys can do. So anyone you think that's attractive, that's a female or a male, right? Go on their Instagram. Okay, this is gonna be a little stalkerish, but whatever. You guys do it anyway. Go on their Instagram and then look at like any pictures when they're out and compare outfits. I guarantee you, it's like the same shit. It's whatever is in like whatever outfit they wore Saturday night. Fucking April 1st, they wore January 20 whatever. Might not be the same exact outfit, but it's like very similar, right? Because they know when they wear these type of clothing or whatever, this gets them a lot of attention. And it happens constantly. And I find it funny because it's like, to me, it's like everyone's hoe outfit. Like guys have hoe outfits, girls have hoe outfits. And it's just like girls know about the, Beyonce had that whole song, like the Freakum dress or whatever. When they got the dress, they know like niggas gonna be on that.
Yeah.
Like when I walk in the club or whatever. Dudes, the same thing. It might just be like a certain type of shirt, pants combo, certain type of, if you're a guy likes to dress up, certain type of suit and everything, certain type of cologne, you know, and you just watch. It's very funny. But when you're in a relationship, you don't gotta do none of that. All right? You don't gotta do none of that shit or whatever, right? Of course, to keep it spicy and everything and still, let your girl know, like, hey, I'm out here. No, you do that shit. But it's like, you don't have to do that. Like, I could take my girl out looking like this right now. I wouldn't, but I could. And she would be okay with it.
For like a quick meal.
Yeah, like I'm like, let's go eat or whatever. Let's go to a restaurant. I can literally go walk in like this, and she'll be like, whatever. like it's, that's the comfort.
I like when I wasn't one to get to that point of like your girl stops wearing makeup in front of you.
Yeah,
and you appreciate it more.
My girl does not wear makeup, by the way.
And then you appreciate it more. Mm. But then like some, because I've seen some like, oh, you can't look at me without makeup. I'm like, no, I don't care. And right. I like that point when I wasn't one. But
it's funny because a lot of girls don't believe it.
Yeah, like, they never do. But I'm
you're
like,
biased. I'm like,
so?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, does that really matter?
Like, I'm inside of you.
You know what? Let's get a round of people like a fucking, and then let's see. Let's prove my theory.
But let's talk about some difficulties when it comes to being single and committed. I feel like for single people, you have to deal with a lot of unknowns.
Well, yeah, you're constantly trying to get to know somebody, seeing through the bullshit, the what do you call it? Like the dressed up part.
Right.
You got to see past that. Like, it's cool, like whatever attracted you, but
right.
if you really want to get to know somebody and you really want to be in a relationship, you got to get past it and see who they really are when they're like super comfortable and just act like whatever.
Right. I was when I was single in college, I was a big person. I feel like I used to tell Mark about this or whatever. I never believed like girls who were super nice or anything like that. I always was like, I'm just gonna wait until I see a part of you that's a bitch. And I'm like, that's when I know that I definitely want to date you. I definitely want to talk to you at that point, because I'm like, you can't be this nice, whatever. Flip side, my girl is super nice. Horrible, I know. But
people tend to end up with something and they were like, nah, I would never.
They're not even, yeah. But I feel like when it comes to being single now, the one thing that I'm not good at, and probably a lot of you guys who message us or whatever, you'll soon find out if you haven't found out already. I'm very bad at social media. I'm awful at that shit or whatever, right? My favorite social media like platform is Twitter. Like, it's like Twitter, right? It's quick. I can get a quick thought off and I can just go on about my day. I won't care, whatever, right? Instagram, all that shit. Even Facebook, I'm bad at it. And that was like my era when I was still like, social media. But I feel like you got to be on top of that stuff today, and I'm just not. Like,
you gotta make your life look like it's fucking great if you want to get any action.
I'm like I said before, if you guys watch the hot takes, I am not a person who shares his life on the internet or whatever, because I grew up with like people who just didn't do that, and that was like a kind of a code for us. So we don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you where I'm at. Why? Like, I'm not gonna. But you need to know what I'm doing. How much? Like, why you need to know how much my jewelry costs or whatever? Like, it's just shit like that. Like, if I don't care, then I feel like you don't care, right? Yeah. That's how I've always seen like Instagram, some shit like that, right? So for me, I'm like, for one, I'm not gonna do that. Two, I'm not gonna talk to girls on these social media platforms all day. I'm not
committed, all right?
No, I'm talking about if I wasn't, right? I'm not gonna do that shit. I don't got time for that, bro. Like, I really don't. Like, we joke about this shit and everything, about like, oh shit, I'm like, slide them DMs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not gonna be chasing no girl in no DMs or whatever. If she don't give me the number after a certain point in time, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, that's not me.
See, that would never work today because it's creepy to ask for the number.
Exactly. Exactly.
But it's completely fine.
It's completely creepy to ask a girl for her number and then possibly try to talk to her, via the phone or still text. It's fine or whatever, right? Which is hilarious because you can block the number if you give me the number. If you don't like me, you don't want to talk to me, you can block my ass. I can't get back to you. It's over. All right? But for some reason, giving you your Instagram or whatever, especially Instagram, that's less creepy, even though I can see your whole fucking life. I know where you are. I know where you are constantly or whatever. Shout out to Alvarado who does this shit. It's always very funny to me. Like, we'll be in the gym and we'll be fucking lifting and everything. He'll be like, oh, bro, remember that girl I told you about? And I'll be like, yeah. He'll be like, man, she was just at this gym like 20 minutes ago. I'm like...
Ugh, it's creepy.
I'm like, but it's funny because he's not being creepy. He's just
I know,
he's
it's just the way it is.
He's like, oh shit, like, I would have fucking ran to her right here. And I'm like, that's so weird. Like, you know where she was, bro. Like, that is weird to me. I just can't do that shit. So that's why I'm like, for me, I'm bad. I'm bad at it, and I'll admit it. So I'm like different. I've always just enjoyed talking to people face to face. I'm not a big phone person when it comes to like dating. I'm not gonna do that. I don't have a desire to do that shit, honestly.
So you didn't do that with your current one right now? Like when you had to get to know her and everything?
Yeah, like our text conversations were literally like, if I can remember back, it was literally like, us talking about a date, random jokes here and there or whatever. The main thing, she didn't even really give me no rhythm via text. Like, she would respond and like whatever, but it wasn't like, now knowing
like
my girl,
that feeling of like, oh, I'm definitely
right.
in there.
Knowing my girl now, she was just being nice. But yeah, she didn't give me any rhythm with that shit anyway. So, but it was different when we got face to face. When we got face to face or whatever, I could tell I was like, oh, I'm getting somewhere. Like, cause she was like, she would tell me shit that I'm like, you wouldn't just tell someone you just met, or you wouldn't tell someone like after a couple of weeks or whatever, or like you wouldn't be comfortable going to here with this person that you don't really fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say like face to face, shit. I'm good money. But like Instagram and shit, I'm gonna get bored. Honestly, I'm gonna be like, all right, man. Well, have a good one.
I could do that if the other person's like playing along with what I'm doing, because I'm not serious at all. Like on Instagram, I'm always joking around, and if it's like, if you're not using this to joke around and you want to talk about something serious,
right? Yeah,
let's do it face to face.
Right. Like
really get to know somebody and not save it in like all these conversation shit. But yeah, I agree with you there.
Then I feel like a con to having a relationship is if you're not if you're not sure about your relationship, or you're a person who is a very what's the word? You're a very knee-jerk person, like a knee-jerk reaction type of person or whatever. Being in a relationship is awful, because see what happens is, for some reason, like, I got my fair share of like girls before I got my girl, right? Like, I was cool, so that's why I was fine being single, because I was like, I'm fine, whatever, right? The only difference is once you get in a relationship, the level of girls that like instantly come your way, like, it triples, and you're like, why? Like,
I got a theory about that. I think it has to do with pheromones, and I think the pheromones change in your system, letting you know, like, oh, I'm taken, and girls want that. And some guys.
And I feel like it's just now, because you don't give two fucks about these girls.
Yep.
Now it's like, aw. Like, and it's just, I find it funny, but yeah, it happens a lot. It happened to me a lot at work, still does. It happens a lot when I go places and everything like that, and I'm just like, wow. This is crazy that this airplane is just flying right over.
Bye, airplane. Bye, plane.
Bye, guys. But to me, it was always crazy, because I'm like, man, we'll be in the gym or whatever, and then, like, I'll tell him, or he'll see, like, a girl, like, will walk by and look at me, and I'm like, man.
Yep. They're not subtle at all.
Like, yeah, nah. But, like, rewind to, like, 5 years ago, I'd have to work for that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'd have been the same dude, but I had to be like, all right, I have to get her attention. I gotta go talk to her somehow, whatever, right?
I gotta lift super heavy.
I know. Snap City and shit. Like now it's literally just I'm in here, I'm joking with these niggas and whatever, and then all of a sudden like I can feel the energy. I'm like, oh shit, I could definitely take that or whatever. Like, and I'm like, this is crazy. But then you have to realize, like I said, if you're a knee jerk person and you don't love your significant other for some odd reason, why are you with
Settle
them?
and cheat.
Settle and cheat. Hashtag it right now. Whatever time this is in the video or the podcast. If you listen to this on YouTube, which you should be, hashtag settle and cheat.
Make it a thing, folks.
Post that shit. It's gonna be something soon enough. But no, babe, I don't settle and cheat.
Yeah, you're not
Disclaimer.
settling. You're definitely not
it's
settling.
It's for these guys. These guys are gonna do it. And Mark. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to engage that situation.
Yeah.
But I always find it hilarious because I feel like literally once you get in a relationship and you're like good and like you love your person, here comes like all the little devils. And it's here we come. Oh yeah, you're in a relationship? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna test that. Test that, buddy.
See how far I can get.
And it just
happens. It's a thrill. I think it's a thrill thing for the other person, and I also think it's a very insecure thing for the person in the relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, just a little attention from someone else, and we did fight the other day, and I do feel like this, and blah blah blah, and I didn't get this attention before. I can get away with it. I think I get away with it.
See, the thing about it, at the end of the day, is I feel like it's really something where I think men and women both do it. The only thing is, I think women block it off more than men. Men will play with it but not react as much. A woman would react, but she can block off more than we can. Block off.
But the one that you get through, it's kind of...
He's like, that's bad. So that's just my personal opinion on it. I feel like if a woman lets one get through, then it's like red flags because some shit is about to happen. If a guy lets one get through, nothing's about to happen. It's like we can talk, we can flirt, we can do all this stupid shit. I'm going to go home. Yeah,
also, I don't think, for the most part, guys don't have experience, like, rejecting and, like, how to put down someone gentle. They think, like, I don't want to hurt their feelings, kind of, like, I don't want to, like, they're so nice to me, I don't want to, fuck out of here.
So, I feel like that is, like, it's different for men and women, but it happens just as often. So, if you're in a relationship, don't think, oh, yeah, I'm out here, these girls still like me. Or everything, because I'm like, I guarantee your girl's getting the same type of attention. A couple weeks ago, my girl said that someone on her train, they said something about her ass was thick like Laffy Taffy or some shit like that, and I was just like,
how thick is Laffy Taffy?
It's pretty thick.
It's the real question.
It's pretty thick, but I was like, first of all,
humble brag,
not that thick. I'm like, okay, like I know my girl and everything, not that thick, but I was just like, what? But then I'm like, wait, I can't, I can't feel certain type of way because like
people, I've been told that I was thick like Laffy Taffy too, and it's just
I twerk too.
Wow.
It's awesome,
but
comes
with the territory.
Yeah, everything comes
to see Dwayne twerk sponsor us.
500 subscribers instantly. But I feel like everything, when you get to that level, you have to just be comfortable with the situation and know that, okay, if it's happening to me, it's happening to my girl, so I can't get mad if she's being like me and she's being faithful. Then I can't get mad. So it's just like, it's gonna happen, whatever. But that's a big con. That's why a lot of men especially, they can't do relationships because of that thing right there. And
that's just really insecurity.
Why?
You're insecure about a relationship. You feel threatened by anybody, even though your girl has picked you, and it's all exclusive, and you've been together for a while.
Right.
It's you get threatened by anything. Like this person's better than me. I gotta be all tough. And then what happens most of the time too, is you don't even get mad at the right person. You don't get mad at the person that's hitting on your girl. You get mad at your girl. And that causes problems. And now that attention she's getting, like this nice attention she's getting from someone else, now it looks more appealing. So basically, it's one of those self-fulfilling prophecies kind of thing. So it's just bad all around.
And this is how Mark takes your girl. See what I did there? I shut up and just let him explain how he's gonna take your girl.
Yeah, we were just talking about how we let people bury themselves too.
And he just buried himself completely. But no, I think I agree with what you're saying to a degree, but I think you're thinking about it a little differently than what I'm thinking about right now. I was saying that a lot of dudes don't want to get into relationships because they like the entertainment from other women. Not like their girl getting entertainment. You know what I mean? So like,
how many guys are really just getting that much play though all the time?
The thing is, see, I've thought this, right?
Yeah.
Because growing up, I got girl attention. So I've always had girl attention. So I've always been like, all right, if I know myself, okay. So I'm like, if I'm my measuring stick for myself, right? And I'm like, okay, I know me. All right. So now I look at everyone else around me, and I'm like, okay, this person's whatever, right? I've realized that I can no longer do that because what works for women is like random shit. Like,
random.
It's super random. Like for me, I was like, okay, I play sports. I'm in shape. I can talk to women confidently or whatever. I'm winning out here. All right. You know, like that was like the big thing, especially coming up in our era. It's like you have to look good. You have to fucking be able to talk, and you have to have confidence. Right. Those are like the biggest things, whatever. Right. So once you get there, you're like, shit, ain't nobody gonna, man, I got this or whatever, right? And then somehow it just changed. It just changed, and now, like, the real, like, awkward dudes win, you know what I mean? Or, like, the dudes who are, like, real, and I really don't like it, I'm gonna be honest, but, the real, just fucking... The corniest dudes just be winning out here, man. I don't get it.
Do you think that has something to do with, like, oh, they're just being themselves?
Honestly, no. No. I really don't. I just think now because society has made a lot of men not be able to be men. So, like, you just can't...
Talking about toxic masculinity?
Like, but see, I still don't even I don't
understand that
I don't
either.
Believe in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't. Now, I understand some guys, they are really...
Threatened?
Or just they're very like our homie Jim or whatever. Like,
oh yeah,
he's a person who he's very like everything's super manly. It has to be like.
Apparently, hold on, let me show you guys.
little example. Real fast.
This is not manly to have on your phone. Apparently, according to Jim, I don't know why.
It's not.
He was talking so much shit. And I was just like,
I'm gonna get one now.
It's handled.
Pop filters are not manly to Jim at all, but he's very manly and shit. Like I have samurai braids, right? Jim literally was like, I can't work out with you anymore until you just don't have those braids. He still works out with me. Well, not as much since I got the braids. So maybe he's right. He's living up to his word. But yeah, it's like he's very manly, you know. So to me, it's just it's different because like I feel like guys like Jim will not thrive in this era at all. Like, because if you can't be a little flamboyant and be a little like, you know, I guess awkward to a degree and everything like that, I feel like you're not gonna do as well as you should. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, too much confidence is a bad thing now.
yeah, and it's weird because I feel like how and people are gonna listen to this and be like, I disagree. Confidence is blah blah blah. Oh, trust me. All right, what I'm telling you. I've seen it now. Like, the guys who are confident, they do well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they do bad or anything like that. I'm talking about the level of girl they get is pretty much like, it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is no like damn, he got her? Remember back in like high school or like middle school and shit, we had that like those moments where it's like, how did he get her? Right? I don't see that anymore. At least from like the people I should see it from. You know, like if I see a dude who fuck it. If I see a dude who I'm like, all right, that's a good looking dude or whatever, right? And then like I see his girl, I'm always like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, it's never like when I'm like, damn, he shot for the moon and one or whatever, right? Like, it's never like that, right? But like I see these like real awkward looking dudes, they be shooting and winning, and I'd be like, how? Like, no offense, but what the fuck? like what are you? Like, and it's weird to me, but that's
I want to say it's that. I want to say it's the whole like, oh, he's just being himself and I can be myself around him and there's no like, I don't know.
But see, I feel like the people who aren't like that are also being themselves. But I just think it gets taken as like cockiness or whatever. Because like my girl used to always tell me before we even got together, she was just like, because here's one thing you shouldn't do if you're easily offended. But when I was like getting to know my girl, I was like, what's one thing you don't like about me? Right? We're not even like together, right? And this could be a fucking, like I said, this is bold. Don't do this shit if you're like someone who gets easily offended, because you can like fuck up a whole relationship right then and there if they say some shit that's gonna get you mad. But she was like, honestly, I just feel like you're way too cocky. And I was like, elaborate. And she was, explained herself and everything like that. And I was just like, okay, I get it. But for me, I was like, to me, it's not being cocky if everything I'm saying I can back up. To me, I'm stating facts or whatever. Right? I'm literally just telling you shit that I've done, or like that I
also, if you've worked towards something like
exactly.
a lot, put a lot of effort into something.
Exactly, or shit like I can do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because like it would be like just like regular shit. It wouldn't even be like, oh, like me and Mark do a podcast or anything like that, or like, or I do music and I'm actually kind of okay at it. Or it wouldn't even be stuff like that. It'd be like I don't even remember. But it was just like, it was like, to me, I thought it was regular shit, right? And she was like, yeah, it's just, I don't, I feel like, it's too much and everything like that. Fast forward to now, she's like, oh, no, it's like, I get it, it's fine and everything like that. But that sort of confidence is not seen as confidence anymore. It's really seen as like ew, you're into yourself. Ew. Yeah. And it's like, okay, we're in an era where you think I'm into myself, but you have over 1,000 pictures on your Instagram of yourself. But I'm into myself too much. Okay. Thank you. I rest my case. Mark plugs? No.
Shortest podcast ever. Yeah, I don't get that either, because I feel like I'm super cocky. Undeservedly so.
No, just fucking deservedly so. I feel like it.
Yeah. But it works for me, and it's just like you could be cocky, but at the same time you have to like do the self-deprecating humor. You got to find that weird balance between it,
right? To
make it like, oh, he's cocky and he can't do all that stuff, but he makes fun of himself,
right?
So I think it's that. I think it's like maybe those guys they humiliate themselves a little bit,
right? And it's funny because I feel like we both do the same shit. And I could even go in depth. There was a point in college, right? Me and Jay had this one class, and it was a pharmacy class, and it just so happens that yes, I'm black. If you guys didn't know already, I know. What? Crazy.
Ew,
right?
you didn't tell me that.
Podcast is fucking over, nigger. Everyone's listening. Yeah. What?
But he sounds so proper.
Oh my god, I'm listening to a niger. A nignog. A mayate on.
A nignog.
Negrito.
Oh man.
But so I understand that I'm black, right? So it's also worse because I'm a person that a lot of my, like, I guess mannerisms are very nonchalant, and I have like a very blank face when I do shit, and I don't realize it, but people tell me, so it's like it looks worse than what it is, because I can be like really joking, but because my face, you think I'm serious, right? So we had a pharmacy class, and I would always joke with Jay, right? And we joke how we joke, right? If you're ever around us all, or just us, whoever the two or whatever, right? Our humor is very dark and is like fucked up, right? Now it's not as dark to each other because we've said everything we can say about each other. Like, there's nothing really else to say. But we'll roast anybody who isn't us or whatever, right? So it's very dark, right? So one thing that we used to do a lot is literally like if Jay's saying something to me in a class or whatever, and it's only to make ourselves laugh. It was only always to make ourselves laugh, right? If Jay's saying something, he'll be like, yeah, I just think because blah, blah, blah. I'll just be like, yo, shut the fuck up.
God damn it.
Like out loud, and then
I still laugh at it. It's only happening.
and then we would just do that shit, right? And like he would get me back. Like, you know, I'd be saying something, or whatever, he'll be like, "That's cool and all, but you a bitch." like, right? And the funny thing is, Jay is Cambodian. I'm black, right? Same thing. Mark is Mexican. I'm black. So when we would do it to each other, no one knows that we're friends. They just know that you see us as two dudes who are talking, right?
Yeah.
So he would do it or whatever, and then every time I did it, like people would instantly like feel for Jay and be like, "Oh my god," right? And the kicker to that shit was one time we were in class and we had a presentation. Jay was on my team, and we went up there and I was doing my shit or whatever, and then I had went to hand the marker to Jay. And when he reached out, I just dropped it, and I just kept walking. And then it's a joke, right?
Yeah.
So Jay like snickers, and then he picks it up. But Jay tells me afterwards, he was like, you didn't hear it, but like when you did that, like the whole front row was just like girls. They were just like, "Aw," like, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I was like, wait, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. You mean to tell me these people think I'm actually bullying you?
In college?
In college.
And they ain't doing shit about it. They don't stand up for you.
Like, nigga, you bigger than me. Like, I'm just bullying you? What the fuck? And Jay would just die of laughter because he's like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." And then I was always like, we gotta just flip it one day. You just gotta bully me. Like, and like people just, I just want to see what happens or whatever. No one ever cared.
Yeah, hell no.
Jay would fucking like openly just, I told you, he would be like, he'll just be like, "Hey, but you a bitch though," like out loud. And I'd be like, "You right?" No one would even look up at me. Like, but if I did that shit, oh my God, he's,
No, he's good. He's standing up for himself by calling me a bitch.
Oh, that black bastard.
He deserves it.
He deserves every A he gets in this class. I passed all my classes. That was the ending joke to that whole bit. Was I passed all my classes. But yeah, so I feel like that's how it is nowadays. It's like if you're like confident or whatever, it's like, you bastard,
yeah.
you. And I'm like, it's so weird because I'm like,
depending how you look and your confidence. Like if you look like an athlete, you're fit and you're being confident, it's cocky. If you're like bigger dude, not really in shape, whatever, and you're being confident, oh, good for him. He just has all this self-esteem and he's like okay with his body image and he's going out there and doing it anyways.
It's full of shit. All right, it's full of shit. The fucking your brother, your sister or whatever. Look. All right, this dude's been the same dude ever since I've known him, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, in my opinion, he's the same nigga, right? So I just find it funny that like the conversations that we have and shit, we talk shit. It doesn't matter, right? And you know how many times this nigga was like, "You ain't get no bitches." To me, right? He was like, "You don't get no bitches." Like, but I'm like, and it's funny now. They're like, "Oh man, he's so humble." Like, this nigga would shit on me when I was a kid. Every time I'd be like, yeah. Well, we'll talk about something or talk about some girl, or whatever, and then we'll be like, "You don't get no bitches though." Like, and I'm just like. But see my point? Like people like man, like
it's funny too because that's not even the worst of like the shit we said to each other. Like,
right.
I want to say like when your face was like super swollen up. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure we made fun. I think it was the next day because I didn't see you the day it happened. But the next day, I still was making fun of you.
Yeah.
Like it was like no sympathy.
Yeah, Jay was too.
Yeah.
It's life.
It's just it happens. Like no matter what tragedy you're going through right now. Be prepared to make fun of.
Yeah.
Get made fun of.
Yeah, I got jumped, and these niggas made fun of me with the fucked up face.
It was so big. It freaked me out.
Like,
it did.
And I was just like, all right, that's cool. We're still on the same page, whatever. But, all right, let's get back to
back to
dating and shit. But, yeah, what do you think are
some cons?
Yeah.
I would say some cons is there's like a little... at least for me, there's moments, not long moments, but of like being lonely. Like, man, it'd be nice to have someone right now to just joke around with, just lay here.
Bitch.
Sorry, yeah, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. Whatever.
Bitch ass nigga, man. I knew it, man.
I just need someone. No, I just like there's moments like that where like, yeah, it would be nice to like, that I could like move in with somebody and we could just like have a place together.
Right.
And it like, I don't know. Shit, it's small little shit of like, it's probably not a good reason, like a good enough reason to get in a relationship.
Right. But
I have those moments because I've had them in like, I've been in relationships in the past. So it's like, man, I do miss those like little moments that only people in relationships like could share together. Those little private moments together. Those are cool. Mm-hmm. I do miss those, but just not really good enough reason to get back into one.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you would you miss the whole, I guess, the aspect of having someone, but you wouldn't give it up right now for your freedom of being single.
Yeah, like it's one of those things because it's like if I like you and I was just like, yeah, I'm down and be like, shit, I'm not gonna think of like, oh, I'm doing it because I want those moments. It's like, no, I'm doing it because I really like this person. Those moments just happen to come along,
right,
with the right people,
right.
So it's not like I would trade it, like I would trade either for like a single life and everything like that, but. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Because it's really just like, I'm sure you and Shirley do things. It's like, you guys just do it. Like the other day when you were fucking like howling laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like a small little thing of like you making fun of her for.
Yeah. I made a joke during a TV show and my girl chased me around my room with a sandal, with a chancla. And she was she's very accurate with that fucking sandal. And it just made me laugh because I was like, this is every... like Hispanic people with sandals, and it works. Like, and I just couldn't stop laughing because she was very accurate with the fucking sandal.
It's moments like that. Like as a single person, you're never gonna have a moment like that with a person you just met and like they're already like coming over and fucking whatever. But like,
look at the randomness. Like, you can't just like laugh out loud with someone like that. But you could fuck them on the first date. But that's whatever, man. Like, I want to laugh.
You know, one of the freakiest moments to me when I was like having like a one night stand.
Right.
I was hooking up with this girl and. She didn't want to kiss, but I didn't get that. I didn't understand that until like maybe like the fifth time I went in for a kiss, and she was just like, I was just like, oh, she doesn't. Oh, we don't have to. It was just such a foreign concept to me. I was just like, what? That's something off topic, but
on topic. Remember that old fucking hot take we had about fucking Mark letting bitches spit in his mouth and everything like that? This nigga kisses on one night stands, bro. I'm telling you.
I thought that's just like
I'm telling you.
I thought that's just like a compatibility
test. Nigga's nasty.
I thought that's just a compatibility test, man.
Compatibility test.
Like if the kiss is good, then possibly the other stuff is good. Apparently, you could just skip the kiss. You blew my mind as a 24-year-old.
Fucking Mark was in the pussy hole. He was like, does she like me, though? I should kiss her and find out.
How was I supposed to know?
This bitch is bent over, taking all the inches, and he's like, I just want to know if she likes me, though. Like, I'm gonna flip her over and kiss her.
Oh,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Just, I didn't realize.
This girl who drove from fucking, I don't know where, came to my house, who's now naked. Does she like me?
I don't know. I mean, in my defense, this was like, not immediately after, but like, let's say half a year to a year of like me getting out of a really long-term relationship. So I was really used to doing all those things. Oh yeah,
just kiss me.
For me, I need it.
Just kiss me.
I mean, don't stop it.
Don't stop that. Just keep kissing me though. Same time.
So I was like really used to like just doing that kind of stuff,
right?
And then going into like, oh, you don't have to do this one. It's just a fling or whatever.
See, that's the wave that I missed because I just happened to get in a relationship that I've been in since right when like Tinder was popping, like right when it like started or whatever. And it's very funny. There's a I don't remember his name. I don't fucking remember, but he was very popular on Vine and shit. Remember that day we were at Homegrown and there was that one dude. He was a very popular Viner. or whatever. I don't forgot his name. He was a black guy. But we were all talking about Tinder, and this nigga looks at me. Like I said, I look at, again. I get it because people don't understand me when it comes to this shit. But a lot of people feel like because of the way I look, it's like I have cheated on bitches. No, all right, no. I'm the complete opposite. Actually, I've never cheated on anybody. I have my one girlfriend. I'm cool with that, and I'm still with her today. Like I'm fine with that.
Basically, whatever you think when you're looking at Dwayne.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's right here. It's actually happening right here.
Yeah. He's the fucking the male pig. I'm not that. Right?
Pigs are cute.
You gotta love pigs, man. But so this dude was like convinced that I was on Tinder. He was like, and I was like, nah, man. And he was like, nah, nigga, like you got a Tinder, bro. It's cool. I'm like, nah. And he was like, nah, nigga, you look like that you be on Tinder. No, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, thanks for telling me that I'm attractive and all, cool. But
the whole time he's hitting on you, his like hand is on your thigh.
Nah, man,
you on Tinder?
Hey,
like,
you on Tinder though?
Like Tinder.
Them lips, Tinder.
Oh, now I remember that day. I repressed that memory. Like, no, Dwayne's not getting no.
Grindr. Join now.
Sponsored by Grindr.
Sponsored by Grindr. We could do it. Get Jay on. Fuck it. But it's something. Yeah, I missed that wave. So I find it crazy now, where like I have like you. At least when you were doing it, I have friends now who are like they're on those apps, right? And literally, like it's the weirdest shit ever. It's like because back in the day, it was like you'd have to work to like get a chick to go out with you and everything. I mean, not like work like that, but it was like you had to at least there was like some steps to it. It wasn't like a whole like, hey, we should go out. Okay, cool, let's go out today. It was like, okay, I have to meet her, talk to her, get to know her a little bit, then I'm gonna ask her out. Cool, right?
You have to approach somebody,
right?
Like,
remember those days? We have to approach people face to face.
My name is. Oh no!
You kiss me back. Now I know you like me because we're compatible. Because I heard on this podcast that Mark does that.
Oh man!
If you kiss me, you like me.
God damn it!
Damn. But
I was young. I was a fool.
So, pretty much, I missed that wave, but it's crazy now that a lot of people can just honestly, literally, like my boy, he damn near has a date like every week, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have to go on this date. I have to go on this date. I have to go on this date. I have to go on this date." And I'm like, I'm so old school. I'm like, where are you meeting these girls? And then he's all like, "Oh, fucking Bumble." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that shit." And I feel like if you're not a person who is either like I'm not a person who's willing to adapt to that. I will not adapt to that. I don't care. I will still, God forbid, knock on wood if this is wood. God forbid, like if me and my girl broke up today or whatever, I'm gonna be like, all right, Mark, let's go to the club. That's what I'm gonna do it. Like, or I'm like, I'm gonna go to the gym or whatever. Like, I refuse to make an account and have myself be like subject to being ridiculed and justified for my attractiveness and my coolness. I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not. That's slavery, folks. All right, yeah. The black man's not gonna do it. Back to you being a nigger. We get it. Oh my
life
God,
has been so hard. People constantly judging you based on your skin.
and 400 years of oppression, whatever. The difference is clear. Clear on.
See, this is why no one likes. God, I hate that. If you saw my tweet today,
Mark has racist friends. Hashtag that.
It just pissed me off today. I got put in her place after.
But yeah, I'm not gonna adapt to that. I'd rather just meet people out and see what happens. But that's something I feel like why I can't do like the dating shit now.
That's why you wouldn't want to be single, like, or at least one of the reasons.
Right. Like if I didn't have my girl and it was like, oh, you have to do this now, whatever, I'd be like, oh, fuck this, man, I'm not doing that or whatever. Nah, I'll just go and meet people.
I think me and you are like a rare case of like people that are actually okay, like genuinely okay being what we are right now, single and committed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people they're single and they're just constantly looking for that blah blah blah. But on the other side, it's like people are committed as fuck, but they're always like, damn, look at her. If only I was single. Damn, like the things I would do and all this shit.
Yeah, let's talk about the hardships of being, of like the people around you when you're single and in a relationship and everything like that. Because from my perspective, I've had a lot of friends who either I'm still friends with or I'm no longer friends with. And like they could not accept me being in a relationship. It was like, it's like the weirdest shit to them. It's like, because you go from having someone literally be around you all the time, and it's like, hey, it's like, hey, let's go here, let's go out to this place, hey, let's go to the mall and everything like that. It's like, all right, for sure. And then when you get there, it's like, oh damn, she fine, let's go talk to her and everything. Now you talk to girls and shit. At my old job, there was a bunch of girls that would come in, so I'd talk to girls every day. I am sorry if I hit on you if you're watching this. It happens.
I didn't mean to.
No, I did. I fully did.
You mean to?
But shit, it worked half the time. Actually, more than half the time. Hey, like I was a good like fucking 70% shooter. And back in my day, that's pretty good. This is basketball. 70%. I'm down there Hall of Fame. I am a Hall of Famer. 70%. What the fuck? But like they just couldn't accept afterwards that I'm like, hey, we can still go out, but I can't do this. You know what I mean? Or it's like,
Can do what? Like, what are you talking about?
Like, I'd be like, they'll be like, oh, let's go to the bar or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't drink, first of all, so I'm not a person. I'm never drunk. So, but me going to a bar or club is easy because I'm a person, like I said, I like face-to-face interaction. I'm cool. I'm not uncomfortable at all, right?
You don't need drinks to have fun.
No, I don't. So, I'm fine with the atmosphere. But what people didn't like was because now I can't talk to girls like that. So I I can say hi, what's up? We can like chill and talk a little bit, but I can't fucking what?
This is Dwayne's move. If he is with me somewhere, and like a girl happens to like approach me or we go near a girl will come up that we don't know, we met from some one time that not really close or anything like that. She'll come up and say like hi to me, give her a hug, whatever. She initiates it.
All consent.
All consent.
Oh, we gonna start that. Like fucking pause is like no homo. All consent is just like when you talk about like some sort of sexual or not sexual, but like some sort of interaction with a woman or a man.
Platonic kind of thing.
Yeah. So me, you know what I'm saying? I saw her, gave her a hug. All consent. You know what I'm saying? All consent.
She hugged back. And then I go over like, oh, I look over and Dwayne is gone. Like all I see is like the shadow of like him like leaving around the corner somewhere. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I didn't hear no steps, no nothing. It's very ninja.
You never will. What movie is that, man? There's a movie where like there's always like the dude who would always disappear. And like they'll be like, "What the fuck? Where did he go?" Like I am that dude when it comes to like my boys. When I feel like it's a vibe, like it's happening or whatever. Like it's different. Like when I have to play wingman or whatever, I'll stay there. I'll be there. I'll be in it or whatever. But like for people like him, people I know can handle their own, I'm gone. Like I'm fucking Danny Phantom. Like you will not find me. You won't see where I went. You won't fucking like. You won't even know like if I was there to begin with. Of how I exit situations, and you'll have to find me. It's not like it'll be like, oh, he's over there. No, you gonna have to find me.
Yeah, I did have to look for him.
But
I say like 3% of people got that Danny Phantom reference.
Yeah, Danny Phantom. What? But like you gotta find me, and I feel like
it's preferred. It's preferred. It's like
give the homie his respect. Yeah. Let him get busy. Don't make the girl uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? You here? You know what I'm saying? If you want to leave with him, boo. I'll find a way home. I can Uber. Those gym days where he drives, I could Uber, boo. You want to fuck with my nigga? I could Uber
for you.
I could Uber for you. Sound like a fucking
no, but it is preferred that
skinny that Tracy Morgan. I'm a Uber for you.
SNL Tracy Morgan. It's a preferred it's preferred for me, like of people that don't need like. You don't need that like validation from a friend to make you look better. It's just be you, and that should be enough. I don't
care, and also I feel like that puts like so much pressure on niggas when like the friend is right there, and it's like fuck, I can't fuck it up now.
Yeah, because if I mess up or fumble a line, I'm getting made fun of. Like,
you gonna make fun of me or whatever. I'm like, nigga, I don't care, man. You bend her over. A win's a win. In this group, a win's a win. Damn, I don't care how you did it. Wait, actually, I do. Don't with all consent being being that's a thing. All consent. The name of this fucking episode is All Consent. Like, just got it right there. All consent. But yeah, so I do that. I get ghosted. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about to get to this point.
You were talking about fuck, I don't either, but that just what you were talking about reminded me of that.
Shit.
Rewind. Play
right,
back
guys.
the tape.
Let's help us get back to what the fuck how we got here. We were talking about hardships of dating and being single, and then so for me, when it comes to like when it came to that period of time where my friends that I was hanging out with or whatever, they just couldn't accept like that I couldn't do that shit no more, you know. So I can talk to a girl, but I can't, you know, talk that way of like, or talk like slick or be like, you know, like, oh yeah, you bad and everything like that. Because I'm like, I have a girl now, so I'm like,
people that get offended by that or people that get like weirded out by that, very, very bad friends. It's like you should be happy that your friend found someone and is like doing his thing.
Right, and this is where I say it's the hardship because you get put in positions to where you have to choose your friends or choose your relationship. And it's stupid because you should have to choose between either of them, right? Because they should both just work cohesively. But you have to choose at some point for some people because it's like, oh, no, we can't hang out together because I like to be somewhere and fuck with bitches. Even though I have I had a friend at that time who was in a relationship but would still go out and fuck with other girls, right? So...
Was it me?
No, it wasn't Mark. Not yet, at least. No, but it wasn't Mark. So when we go out to places and everything like that, I would be single, messing with girls. All right. So if we're at work or we're like go to like the after hours work spot, I'm single talking to girls or just like being me. He is getting mixy too, but he has a girl, right? So when it flipped and then
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, when it flipped and I got a girl, he had a girl too still, right? So it was weird because he was like, nah, man, like, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, bro, I can't. Like, I really can't because, one, my girl knows everybody. But two, like, I respect my girl. I love my girl. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, like, even if I know that I don't want to, like, initiate anything with this girl, but I'm just doing it because my friend likes the girl or my friend likes a certain girl in the group and I have to take care of the other girl or whatever, I'm not going to do that because I'm like, I feel weird. You know what I mean? Like, and also I don't want to lead some girl on and make her feel like, oh yeah, like, oh, his friend, whatever. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. But it sucks because you lose friends and then like people put these weird stigmas on you and it's like, oh, you're booed up or oh, we can't, you don't get invited to shit because now people think because you're in a relationship now you're just not gonna go, and it's like I'll go, man. Just because I'm in a relationship doesn't mean like I stop breathing, you know. Like I can still go places, man. I just can't, you know. But it's it you have to get used to it. You get used to it, and you realize that like the people who have such a big issue with that or whatever, they either weren't your friends or they just weren't very good friends, like Mark said. Yeah. So it's like whatever.
I have this theory too, and I think I told you about this in the beginning of your relationship. I was just like, if you fall in love, like if it's real love, and you have to choose for whatever reason, I prefer you choose your girl over like a friendship, because that shit's hard. Are you crying, dude? I'm just, hey man, I was just like, hey. But no,
I had bitches, Manny.
You know, I came on this podcast for Manny, but
he's such a bully. I mean, Dwayne had bitches. All right, he had bitches.
But no, that's that theory of like you. I prefer you.
Just real quick side note. It's funny. This goes back to the cocky shit. I was competing with a nigga who was like fully grown,
man.
And I'm in high school. And be like, I got bitches, bro. Like you don't understand this high school pussy. Like
it's gonna be the tightest it's ever gonna be.
Fire, all right, fire, and they want me, all right. I get it. Want to be actor, nigga, at that time. I get it, but I'm out here, bro. Like, but
yeah. I'd say I always like I'd be like, hey, for whatever reason that choice had to be made, cool, because I know how hard it is to find someone that special and to be in love,
right,
and all that shit. So I prefer, okay, cool. I mean, I'll still be here, like, whenever, depending on the friend.
Yeah.
I'd probably do that for you, and that's it.
Wow. Thanks, man. But I was gonna say, we all kind of realized that about each other while it was happening, because we had to realize it. Because fun fact, Mark was the first person, because he steals everyone's girl. This is the narrative I'm just gonna create this whole episode. Mark was the first person to get a girl. So when you get what was it, high school? Into high school?
Like, actual relationship? Yeah, it was at the end of high school. I was like 18.
Yeah. So it was this ugly bitch. No, I'm playing. She's watching this shit like, oh hell no.
I doubt that very much, but
she will soon. She'll hear about this. Nah,
I'm not defending it.
it was this lovely young lad.
I thought you were gonna say Latin for a second.
This lovely young fellow. His name was Jin. She had dude sideburns. I'm sorry.
Did she?
She did.
God,
I'm sorry. Just they were long.
pussy blinds you.
It was bomb. I know, because I also experienced it.
It's a very special moment between all three of us.
It's when Mark inserted himself and he knew I was there. We knew we'd be friends forever.
I insert you, you insert her, and then it's just, we're all one with the universe.
We were one that night. Shit, I just lost train of thought. I was in damn jokes. God, man. All right, so, Mark was the first one to have a girl, right? So, there was we realized, me and Jay at the time, that at first we were like, man, fuck, this nigga Mark don't hang out as much anymore and whatever. This nigga's always fucking in Lakewood, whatever, or whatever, and like he was always just gone, right? So we was like, fuck. So then, it wasn't until I think your second girl that we were like, okay, this is gonna happen, and honestly, it should happen because it's a relationship, and we can't get mad because Mark is happy. Still sucks, but Mark is happy, right? So then, of course, me being me, I was like, that won't be me though. When it comes to me, it won't be me.
Nope.
Nah. But then it was me, and then same shit. It's not even like a I won't say it's not like a fucking intentional distance or anything like that.
No, it's just you're so happy to be with this person. You want to spend this time and to like do the things you do together,
right?
No matter what it may be. I'm not talking about just sex. I'm talking about just like a simple thing of like going out for a drink or something.
Right.
So much funner with this person
than your childhood friends, you know, because they suck.
I mean, one of them does.
Just it would be like that, you know. So when it came my turn, I realized I was like, fuck, you know, like I don't talk to my friends as much anymore and whatever. And I was like, fuck, it happened. And then it happened to Jay. Same shit. So there was. I feel like that's one thing that people gotta also come to grips with or whatever. Just because your friend is in a relationship, that does not mean that they are no longer your friends. Unless they're those weird people who like once they get into a relationship, it's like I can't talk to you anymore. That's weird.
That's weird. Like if they don't respond to text or whatever,
like what the fuck? Like who are you?
You can respond to a text.
Yeah, like but you know, like if it's that type of shit or whatever, totally different. But you gotta respect, you know, your man's, your homegirl's space. You gotta respect that. You know, they're in a relationship, they're happy. Let them be them. Also, I feel like it's a big thing during that like first couple months period of a relationship that you let them be them, because this is when they're gonna figure out if it's worth it. This is when you're gonna figure out as their friend what you're gonna have to do if it's not worth it. If that makes sense. Like what you're gonna have to mend, or also what are you watching for? You know, as a friend or whatever.
And who really wants to be that friend of like to ruin a relationship?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like if you put like this weird stress on it, your friend could blame you, and then you're no longer friends, and then you've pretty much created what you didn't want in the first place.
Right. So it's just it's I get it because we just happen to have been friends since second grade.
Yeah,
so
and like it's weird because like we don't have this sense of ownership over each other, which I've noticed a lot of other friends do.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me.
If you guys remember, if you've been listening that long or whatever, we used to shoot at this other place, which was our other apartment. Literally, like, fucking, I wouldn't see Mark for like days. And I'd be like, oh, all right, like, I don't know what's up with Mark. Or literally, this is how long we've been friends until I know that we're fine. We'd walk in to the house and I'd come home and I'd be like, sup? He'd be like, sup? How's work? Cool. How's work? Cool. Walk into the room. That was it.
That's all we needed to know.
That's all we needed to know.
Everything cool?
Yeah.
No, nothing stories to bring up.
All
No
right.
shit that's happening. All right,
Cool.
Life's fine.
And wouldn't say shit else and fucking wouldn't talk till the next day. And like people, like my girl personally thought it was weird as fuck. She was like, "Are you guys like okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I had no idea she was thinking that either. That's so funny.
I'm like, "Yeah, fine. I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
just what we do. I don't. It's fine, I guess." So like,
We don't need to pretend.
Yeah, we don't need to be like, ooh, like, oh, hey, man, what's going on? Oh, let's go here. Let's go to... Nah.
What's up, bud?
Hey, buddy, let's go to... But, yeah, that's one thing I feel like that's a big hardship when it comes to being in a relationship. But I feel like the pros of dating is honestly...
Dating or committed?
If I had a choice?
No, I'm saying pro. Are you talking about pros of like dating? Because I'd say dating is like in the single column.
Right.
Dating around.
Right. So basically, I'm talking about pro of dating or being single.
Mm-hmm.
Is that there's so many girls, but you literally have like Mark has shown me that you have to be a special type of person to do what Mark does. But Mark has shown me that. Literally, which I feel like I could do it.
They're all like, get to the point.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna drag it out.
For that sponsor.
But no, I hope I could. Like, if we were in the same position, I feel like I could do it, but I don't know. Mark can literally, as long as he has told the truth to himself, he feels nothing about any decision, any situation, anything that happens afterwards, anything that's gonna be perceived or whatever. You don't give a fuck.
Like, I have trouble saying this word. My conscience is very clear.
Right. So it's crazy because Mark will, he'll be like, I said in the beginning that this is what it is, and if they don't, understand that, that's on them.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm always like, well, no, it's gonna get misconstrued because eventually you guys are gonna keep hanging out, and you're gonna obviously have sex, and feelings are gonna happen. You're gonna talk more. They're gonna feel entitled to something, and it's gonna get weird. And saying, don't you feel like something that's your fault because you could have pulled away? He's like, no, because I said I don't want to be in a relationship. This is what it is. And I'm like, oh. And I'm just like, eh. And then of course, like, it's funny because I'll tell him like, all right, this is gonna happen, and then he'll be like, I don't know, like, I feel like we're both being honest. And then it'll happen. How I said it was going to happen. Yeah. And then he's like, well, I was honest, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, damn, how does he do it?
I don't know. To me, it's just like when you lie, people get upset when you lie, right? No matter what lie is. Like, they get mad at you. It's just, well, I don't want somebody mad at me. I don't want to lead someone on. So if I'm 100% honest, like, you can't be mad at me.
Right.
I get what you were saying now about, like, the whole, like, leading somebody on and, like, this could have meant this to that. And, like,
right.
I now get that people can't do what I do.
Right.
So I try not to do it. I keep my distance now. I don't do, like, the same thing, like, where I, like, let's go eat because, we're here and we're hungry. Like, let's go eat and blah, blah, blah. I don't do that anymore. Now it's purely, like, we do the do and keep it at that, maybe one meal. But, like, that's just we're hungry.
And I feel like I learned that back in, like, middle school and high school, and it was literally just because I kept attracting the girls I didn't want to attract, and it was just because of my personality and who I was, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, I was like, I used to be me. I'd be cool, joke around, whatever, and then like these girls would just come up and be like, "Oh my god, like I like you and everything." I'm like, whoa, what? Like, nah, this ain't happening. And then I would feel so bad because I'm like, especially in middle school and shit, or like in high school too, because these girls, like, for some reason, like, they make this thing like
you're their world, and it's like, no, I'm not. I'm clear to know that I'm not. This is high school or whatever, right? But it's so weird. So like, I'd be like, all right, I gotta tell this girl no somehow, or I gotta fucking make up something or whatever, right? I never made up anything. I was always like, yeah, I'm just gonna tell her no. It always sucks because the person would be like super mad and be like, why? And then you gotta be like, I'm not really into relationships right now, or I'm cool, I'm just kind of focused on me. And then, like, if you're me, you feel like you're lying a bit, so you're like, fuck. So I just wouldn't want to do it, right? So
you don't want to be mean.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't want to be mean to these girls because I'm like, my whole thing, and I wish Chris was here because Chris is the only person that's ever caught me and seen me be a dick, but it was accidental, right? I mean, you guys see me be a dick, but it's only to y'all.
Talking about the note.
Yeah, like, quick story. There was a girl who liked me. It's my senior year of high school. And she had, which, again, I feel bad about. But she had written this, like, little love note to me and everything. And because my friends are dicks and we're all dicks, we read the note. And we just kept making fun of her grammar because her grammar was bad, right? It was just bad. And so, like, I have my dumbass friend Chris is like, I thinks you is cute. Like, and I'm like, oh, you motherfucker, right? So, we're walking, right? We're walking out. This is the last class of the day. And I'm like, fuck, because now I was thinking Chris is roasting me and fucking he's dying laughing and, like, there's a couple other friends I know about, they roasted me and everything like that. So I'm like, man, fuck. But it's literally just me and Chris now. So we're just walking and everything. Chris is still laughing. And then I take the paper and I'm like, man, I don't want this fucking shit. And I ball it up and I throw it in the trash, right? Literally, 3 seconds later, I feel like a rush of like wind just like fly past me. And then I'm like, what the fuck? And whatever. The girl who wrote the letter was behind me the whole time.
Oh, God.
So, like, Chris sees this, and that's the great friend Chris is. Shout out to Chris. Starts laughing even more. And he's like, oh my fucking God.
Only a true friend would.
Only a true friend would. Like, he's balled over, like, his ribs hurt. And I was just like, oh my God, I did not want to do that. I was so like, no, wait, no, you don't understand. It's high school. It's pressure.
They were making fun of me.
They were making fun of me. Because of you. Because of you is.
Fuck.
They were making fun of me. So, the next day, I was like, nah, man, I gotta make it right. I'm gonna tell her I gotta talk to her and everything. I came prepared, and I went to class, me and Chris. Chris was all like, fucking, he was ready for it. He was like, oh, boy.
And she transferred out of school that day.
Yeah.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
She left the class, and the thing about that class, it was like, it was an elective that other kids came from other schools.
Oh, I see.
So she went to a different school, and she dropped the class, and she never came back. And wherever that girl is, I just want to say that it was worth it. Okay,
for this story
alone. I hope you learned a lesson. I hope grammar was corrected.
For your next love notes?
No, I do apologize for that. I'm sorry. Please don't have any like residual effects from that shit. If you find me on Instagram or because this podcast is doing pretty good and you're like, there's that motherfucker right there, please don't try to kill me and everything. My wife is Hispanic. She will cut you. Please don't do any of that. But yeah, that's like. Ooh, wish I could take that back, but that
still funny though.
That sucks. I thought about that. Mark wouldn't give a fuck.
I didn't do that, but I remember one girl in high school. They used to do that thing where like they'd give you a picture of themselves. Remember that?
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
That was fire. They should do that shit again, man. That was fire.
I was so weird. I was like, I don't need. Like, what is this for?
Nah, but see, when they was fire, because like if you was me, because I ain't gonna say your names, but like when it was fire, right? Mm-hmm. You could go back to the homies and be like, got this shit, got this shit, got this shit. And then if you're me, I went to my family. I was like, got this bitch, got this this bitch, got this bitch. They're like, how is Dwayne not the asshole?
It's really not. That's the thing.
But they should just do that again. Like, I know, like, we should just change up Instagram and be like,
I wonder if they still do that because that was a big middle school thing, right?
That was.
I was weirded out because it happened to me in high school, and I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Someone had it to me in high school. She also had crazy eyes that freaked me out. But
oh yeah, this is Mark's black girl story.
yeah, I just didn't know how to feel. It was so like she was so intense with it, and I didn't know what to do. I was young.
For all women out there, Mark loves black women.
I do.
He just can't get over the hump of black women because he's intimidated by black women.
So intimidated.
So
They're on my pedestal. I keep on my pedestal.
If you're a black woman out there and you find Mark attractive, you think Mark's bad as fuck, you think Mark's a little sexy, little Mexicana. Mexican.
If you get over my stumbling of words because I'm so nervous to be around you, I'm all for it.
Definitely talk to Mark. Hit Mark up. But that's all I got for right now. You got anything else?
No, I think we covered it. Most of the single versus committed thing.
So if you guys are still listening at this point, which hopefully you are, I'm all for being committed.
I'm all for being single.
So nothing changed from this podcast. We just talked
we
about.
We didn't like have an epiphany like I should be.
Nah, we didn't. But Mark, hit them with the plugs.
You can find us on YouTube at our custom YouTube URL at youtube.com/howdoiknowyou.
Boom.
You could find us on Twitter at howdoiknowyou1. You still cute little picture of the hippo. Working on the logo, folks.
Logo's coming soon.
You can find us on Instagram, where our hot takes are, where all of you seem to love it. That's awesome.
Popping on Instagram.
Hashtag HDIKY1.
Yep. You can also find us on our personal Instagrams. Mine is DC Junior BFSB. That's DC Junior BFSB.
Mine is Mr. Lucky 005.
And our personal Twitters. Mine is DC Junior 13.
Mine is at I am Mark.
But also real quick, quick update. You guys have been still. Subscribers are pouring in, which is awesome. You guys have been really getting our numbers up there and really making this super fun for us because there's a lot of people now who are commenting and listening and sharing and all every day. The comments are crazy. I'm at work and I'm like, oh, fuck. This person's like, yeah, you guys are great and everything. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, what really, like, when I get tripped out by is, like, you guys are having conversations with each other about what we're talking about, and that is fucking amazing. That's what we wanted, just like people just talking. And
I feel like we have the conversations that, like, you guys have with your friends or want to have with your friends, but your friends they suck. And just ours are better.
We are improved versions of your friends.
That's all we are. All right. So if you want to trade your friends for us, just hit us up. How do I know you?
I'm very engaging for the most part.
Yeah, he's very engaging. For you, you gotta find me. You gotta at me. You want to say something to me? At me, bro.
Directly to him. And I won't touch those messages. If you talk directly to Dwayne, I will not talk with him.
Yeah, he will not touch the message, and then I will respond. But you have to at me. Other than that, you're talking to Mark. All right. So all you ladies out there, that's Mark. All right, it's not me. Don't tell my girl.
Single and ready to mingle.
And all in your bitch DMs. All you niggas out there, that is Mark. It is not me.
Single and ready to mingle.
I don't give a fuck if it was me, nigga. Can't. Nah, I'm playing to do that. Not gonna do that. But as we always, fuck. Almost forgot. Continue to subscribe.
Oh, please. Like, comment.
Like, comment, all that cool
Smash that bell. Sorry.
Smash that bell icon. Join the notification team. Always like some Aussie or Brit. They do it so dope.
I know. It sounds cool when they do it.
Smash it right now. Whatever. But definitely keep getting us up there. We are almost at 300 subscribers. So getting close to 500. Like we said, once we get to
my wig.
500 subscribers, this podcast will be on a streaming service. Or maybe all of them. Who knows? Just depends on how we feel that day.
Yeah.
But like we always say, if I don't know and you don't know,
who really knows?
How do I know you? Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching on the YouTube when this eventually comes out on the YouTube. Who knows? But other than that, see y'all next week. Hopefully. Let's go.
Laters.